the word, YouTube? It's your boy, Coach TDOT. They subbed me out, but I'm back in the game, Coach. I'm back with some more heat for y'all boys, man. So check it out, chat. We're going to get right into this thing today, man. So today we're going to be reacting to how good will Larry Bird be in today's NBA? Man, Larry will be getting it going on their ass just how he was back then. Probably averaging way more. You feel me? So look, for all my new viewers, I don't fake none of my reactions. All my reactions are live, and we're going to watch this shit together. You feel me? Man, let's get it going, G. Y'all think we playing, nigga. Without further ado, man. I guess Big Larry.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today, we're going to be talking about one of the legends in NBA history, and that is Larry Bird. And
hey, make sure y'all smash that like button. Let's do it.
I feel like today, Larry Bird does not get the respect he deserves, because people look at him and they write him off based purely off his physical traits. He's not that strong looking, he's not that fast, he's not quick. They just look at him as a slow white guy who shoots three-pointers. Now, if you know NBA history, you know Larry Bird was more than just a good shooter, and there's more to the game of basketball than being athletic. Now, unfortunately, there are some NBA fans who do not think Larry Bird would even be a good role player in today's NBA, and some fans have even compared him to someone like Joe Ingles.
Fuck is you looking at, my nigga? No, I was just... Hey, I love you, fo. You my favorite subscriber, G. That's why I love you. You can take a joke, fo.
I'm going to show you guys what I think Larry Bird would be in today's NBA and what he would average at his absolute peak. Now, before I go into this video, if you guys haven't already subscribed, I would appreciate it if you did so. And if you could like this video, it would help me out tremendously. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is Larry Bird and his athletic ability.
Oh my gosh.
And by nobody's estimate is Larry Bird a great athlete. But I do think he is slightly underrated when it comes to athletic ability. He wasn't extremely fast, but he was quick, he was smart on his feet, and he had a high basketball IQ that made him seem faster than he was. Now, when it came to things like jumping and playing above the rim, Larry Bird actually has some pretty good poster dunks. He's actually a pretty good player on the offensive glass, as well as the defensive glass, averaging exactly 10 boards for his career. And for someone like Larry Bird who couldn't jump that high, to average 10 boards for his career shows just how smart of a basketball player he really was. And some NBA fans will write off Larry Bird purely because he's not athletic, not realizing that we've seen stars since Larry Bird who aren't athletic who have dominated the NBA. The first one that comes to mind is Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk, one of the greatest players of all time.
Of course, you're going to name the next best, greatest white player ever, G. Of course. What brothers wasn't athletic, folks? Let's try to figure it out, G. What brothers besides Steph, and Steph is still kind of athletic, what brothers not athletic like that in the league, G? That's a superstar, folks. I'm really trying to think. Everybody athletic.
One of the most skilled players ever had the patented fadeaway jump shot that was nearly unblockable.
Dirk!
And as you guys know, Dirk had one of the greatest playoff runs in NBA history. He took down Kobe, KD, as well as LeBron in the finals. So if someone like Dirk can have an historic playoff run, taking down some of the greatest players of all time, what could a prime Larry Bird accomplish in today's NBA? And for me, I have three players that I think most resemble Larry Bird's game. The first guy is Nikola Jokic. Jokic is a grounded center. He does not play above the rim at all. He is a great passer. He has one of the highest basketball IQs, not only in the game today, but possibly in NBA history. And if you watch Jokic play, he looks bored on the court sometimes, kind of like Larry Bird. Bird would just try different things on the court and see if they would work. And Jokic has a lot of that spontaneous burst like Larry Bird. He'll just randomly try things that I have never even seen in NBA games. And the way Jokic is dominating the league right now, averaging 29, 13, and 9 on great shooting splits, I think that right there should be a red flag to anyone who says Larry Bird will not be good in today's NBA.
We got the same ball.
Because if Jokic, someone who's less athletic than Larry Bird, can dominate the way he's dominating, why can't Larry Bird? In Bird's time, he played against some of the best small forwards in NBA history. Dominique Wilkins was a freak athlete. Bird used to torch him. Dr. J, another freak athlete. Guys like Bernard King, Alex English, George Gervin, Larry Bird dominated all of those guys. Some of the most athletic and skilled players the game has ever seen. So I highly doubt Larry Bird would have any problems in today's game with the added spacing and the emphasis on three-point shooting. Now, to segue that, my second player comparison for Larry Bird is a kind of an odd one that has never been made, and that is Steph Curry.
I told y'all.
These two guys because of their shooting ability and their efficiency on all ends of the court.
Where you going?
Both these guys are amazing.
Give me three!
Amazing free throw shooters. And they can dominate from shooting and anywhere on the court. Now, in Bird's time, the three-point shot was not as emphasized, and Larry Bird's rookie year was actually the first year three-point shot was around. So Bird, he did not grow up shooting threes, and the three-point shot in his early career was looked at as a novelty shot and something that wasn't serious, and a lot of teams didn't even try to do it. Now, about midway through Larry Bird's career, when he finally started shooting a good amount of threes, he was still only 3 a game, but he was shooting 40 and 41% from 3, and he was also shooting around 90% from the line. And he was the first player ever to have 50-40-90 shooting splits.
I wonder how many attempts. Let me ask ChatGPT. How many 3-point attempts did Larry average for his career? How many 3-point attempts did Larry Bird average for a career? Because we gonna see, G. Because if he, depending on what this shit say, we're gonna double it for today. Career 3-point. Yeah. What? 3-point attempts per game. Larry only averaged 2 3-point attempts a game? Am I reading this right, folks? Is that what this shit say, folks? Y'all can't see it, folks. But that shit say he only averaged two per game. Bro. If Larry played today, G, and he got to shoot 8 to 10 threes a game. Oh my goodness, G. Oh my goodness. Nigga, what Larry average for a career? The 24 and 10? Gee, that shit would be up to 31, folks. He will average 31 today. 30 plus. I don't know what 30, nigga, but it'll be 30. If he played today, G. If he only averaged 2 threes a game back then, folks. Nigga, Larry will be letting that bitch ride till the sun came down. Just scoop. Y'all know Larry had that motherfucking old man shot the behind the head, folks. Like, first off, G, how did Larry even shoot like that, folks? Where my ball at, chat? Because, look, that shit terrible, Larry. How the hell was you literally facking that motherfucker shot behind the head, like, just getting it going. Hey, Larry was raw as hell, folks. Because if you getting it going, motherfucking shot behind your head like this, G, you raw as hell, folks. Let's get back to this shit, though, folks.
And transform today's NBA and have him take 9 or 10 threes a game, he would have an absolute field day, and he would be shooting upwards of 40%. Now, unfortunately, in Bird's time, they did not know the value of the three-point shot, so that is one big thing that would change for Bird today's NBA. Also, one thing that is very comparable for Steph Curry and Bird is their overall leadership qualities and their ability to make all their players better. Larry Bird came into a bad Celtics team and immediately elevated them to a 50 and 60 win team and made them championship contenders. You can see Steph Curry right now has a subpar roster, but he's playing absolutely phenomenal, and he's elevating that whole team into playoff status when really they're one of the worst teams in the NBA. So both Bird and Curry have the ability to elevate their teammates. Now, the last player comparison I would have for Larry Bird is one of the young stars in the league, and that is Luka Doncic.
Luka Buka!
About Luka and his NBA comparisons, but I think him and Bird, it always comes back to those two because both of them are so similar of how they dominate the game. Both are great scorers, great passers, and great rebounders. And when talking about Luka, he's not even 23 years old yet, and he's already averaging 29, 9, and 9. So imagine a 22-year-old Luka Doncic already dominating the league like that, stats-wise, when he's not even a good outside shooter. That should be more than enough proof to show you guys that someone like Larry Bird in his prime, 1986 Bird, could come into the league right now and be an all-time great player. I think if he came in the league right now, he would be at worst the third best player, and at best, the best player in the entire NBA.
Nah, you glazing that, G. You glazing, so. That's the ultimate glaze right there, G. You know damn well Larry wouldn't be better than these niggas nowadays, G. Like, Larry would be good, folks. But Larry, I don't even think Larry will be better than Luka if Larry played today, folks. Like, real shit. I'm trying to think, like, there's too many good players to say that he would be just the best. Nigga, you got let's just go down the list of the top 5 in the NBA that's playing. Jason Tatum, Bron, Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, like, bro, Jaylen Brown. He's not better than none of those guys that I just named, folks. Like, if I'm keeping it a buck, like, he's not better than none of them niggas, G. And it's more that I could name, folks. Steph, he wouldn't be better than Steph, folks. Did I say Giannis? I think I said Giannis. He wouldn't be better than Giannis. Like, he'll probably be top 15. I ain't gonna lie, he'll probably be top 15. He would not be no top 3 in the league right now, bro. You dick riding now, G.
Now, one thing that separated Larry Bird from a lot of the other players was his great clutch shooting ability. And you know, guys like Steph Curry as well as Luka, they're also pretty good at clutch time shooting. That's an invaluable skill that really can't be taught.
That's no knock on Larry, folks. I'm just saying, like, today's talent versus the talent back then, G. Like, bro, Larry would still go crazy. He'll average what he averaging and shit. But that talent just better, bro. I don't think he'll be top 3, folks. He'll be like top 15 for sure.
He was fearless in the clutch and he never backed down.
Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Jump shot. But if you ask me what I think a prime Larry Bird, 1986 Bird, would average in today's league, I would say if he tried to, he could average 30, 12, and 8 easily on 50, 40, 90 splits. As Bird in today's league would have extremely good spacing, and if he played with any other shooters, he would be able to find them and just rack up the assist numbers on a nightly basis. And if you give Larry Bird 10 3-point attempts, he's making at least 4 of those. That's 12 points right there. And he was a great player on the offensive as well as defensive glass, and he could get easy putbacks
it's just
and
like all
easy shots at the rim.
I don't know.
I think rebounding is one of Larry Bird's most underrated skills. As for his career, like I said, he averaged 10 boards a game. And when he first came in the league, he played almost like a power forward, and he focused on getting a lot of rebounds. So I think Bird in today's league, with smaller centers and more small ball lineups, he might even be able to play the small ball 5, and he would dominate from that position. Now, in talking about Bird's passing ability, in my opinion, he is the best passing small forward in NBA history, and his passing ability is only a step behind someone like Magic Johnson. So I think if you put Bird in 2021 with spot-up shooters in the corner...
Larry not a better passer than Bron, folks. Let's look up their stats. Y'all know I got to do this every time, G. Y'all know I got to look him up, folks. I have to, chat. Let's look up his and pull up Larry's. We're gonna look at they assist numbers. That's all I want to look at, G. Larry averaged 6.3 assists for a career. Bron averaged 7.4, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, G. And this is what I'm talking about. And you a credible video resource, G, that we watching. Who is this? Uncut. We done watched a lot of your videos, G. So for you to say something like that, you sound like them niggas in the videos from yesterday talking about Michael Jordan wouldn't be able to defend, or he was a terrible defender, when he averaged more steals and blocks than the niggas that was saying that shit, or the niggas that they was comparing Mike to. Like, so how is Larry the best passing small forward ever, and LeBron averaged more assists than the nigga, man? Make it make sense. That's what I be saying, man. Y'all gotta do y'all research for y'all to start blabbing on it, just yapping.
Shot much better than they did in the 80s. That would be a tremendous advantage to Larry Bird. If you put Bird in the post, he could easily look over players and find them in the corners as well as the top of the key. And one of his patented moves was a fall-away bank shot. I think that move would translate tremendously into today's game. You've seen guys like Dirk as well as KD use that fall-away shot that Larry Bird was known for. Now, one thing I want to get back to, and I want to hammer this home, is that Larry Bird not being athletic would not limit his game in the slightest. The 3 guys I compared him to, Jokic, Luka, and Curry, are all having MVP caliber seasons, and they are not freak athletes. Steph is probably the best athlete out of those 3. Luka is an average athlete, and Jokic is a below average athlete, but none of those guys are freak specimens. And they still find ways to dominate the game off of their basketball skill.
Jokic is a freak specimen.
Has always and will always be a skill-based game. And Larry Bird, in my opinion, is one of the top 5 most skilled players in league history. Anything outside of his physical traits, Larry Bird was an A+ at. And one last thing I will say is do not be fooled by Larry Bird's looks, as James Worthy is famously quoted as saying the following, that he thinks Michael Jordan was not as tough to guard as Larry Bird. Because when you play Larry Bird, you have to play a thinking man's game. Jordan was a freak athlete. He didn't have to be as smart on the basketball court because his physical traits allowed him to get away with a lot of things. Larry Bird had to be precise at everything he did, and he had to always be a step ahead of the defense.
So what dude trying to say? Who he said that dumb shit?
Didn't have to be as smart on the play. Jordan was as James at. And one last thing I will say is do not be fooled by Larry Bird's looks, as James Worthy is famously quoted.
We talking about James Worthy, folks. James Worthy, folks. Nigga, Mike been busting James Worthy ass since 1980, folks. Before the niggas even got to the league, Mike was busting James Worthy ass in college, G. And we gonna go out based off of what he said? Nigga! Man, if you don't get your ass out of here, James G. Mike was cooking your ass since day one, folks. And you think you got the right to say something like that about Mike, folks? So Mike ain't had no IQ now. That's what you saying, folks. So he only got away with what he was doing just because he was athletic. Bro, did you not see Mike's footwork? Mike was in hell of a great shape. Like, bro, Mike was playing off pin downs. Mike was doing everything Larry was doing, folks. And better. What is you talking about, my nigga? Sometimes I just be wanting to just smack all type of teeth out y'all niggas' mouths, man. Real shit, G. Cause that don't be making sense, man. It's like y'all be hating on Mike cause Mike used to bust y'all ass, G. I'm starting to really see that, folks. Y'all gotta stop it. Y'all grown ass men, G. Y'all grown as hell. Still hating this shit, man. Grow up. Talk about Larry was harder cover because he used high. So what did Mike do, huh? Oh yeah, he was cooking your ass.
Saying the following, that he thinks Michael Jordan was not as tough to guard as Larry Bird. Because when you play Larry Bird, you have to play a thinking man's game. Jordan was a freak athlete. He didn't have to be as smart on the basketball court because his physical traits allowed him to get away with a lot of things. Larry Bird had to be precise at everything he did, and he had to always be a step ahead of the defense, thinking on his feet and on the fly. And that's what made Larry Bird so difficult to guard and so irritating for defenses. So once again, I think Larry Bird in today's NBA, in his absolute prime and peak, he would be giving you 30 points per game, 12 boards, and 8 assists, and it would be a triple-double watch every single night out. And he would be doing that while being one of the most efficient players in the entire league, always up near the 50-40-90 splits. So that right there is the end of this video. I think Larry Bird in 2021 would be an absolutely unstoppable force and one of the best players, if not the best player, in the entire league. So,
alright, Chad, that's the end of the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Now that's the one thing I really disagree with throughout the video is him saying that Larry will be top 3 in the league right now, bro. You know how hard it would be to be top 3 in the league right now? Like the niggas I just named, Shea, Jokic, Tatum. He wouldn't be better than none of those guys. And then you got Steph, Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, bro. He wouldn't be better than none of these dudes, bro. Like, come on, bro. Let's keep it a buck, G. Let's keep it a buck for real, folks. Like, y'all, like I said, let me know what y'all think in the comments, G. But I do not think Larry would be no top 3. Like I said, I don't even think he would be top 10 in today's NBA. Like, Larry, even though Giannis can't shoot, he wouldn't even be better than Giannis, folks. Like, bro, be real, G. Like, come on, man. Like, Larry was good for his time. But if it translated today, he would be like top 15, top 20 type shit. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with that, G. But I'm a realist, folks. I'm going to keep it a buck, G. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just cap just because I fuck with Larry. Larry ass would not be no top 5, G. He would be top 15, top 20 at best. I mean, at the highest, G. But we got to stop. We got to stop the capping, folks. All right? But look, Chad, that's the end of the video, man. Let me know how much y'all think Larry will average in today's NBA. Like I said, he probably would average. Now I was going a little overboard at the beginning talking about 40. He averaged probably a good 28 to like 35. You feel me? If he was a little bit more as advanced as he was back then, today, 35, 40. I mean, 28 to 35, you know. So, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below, man. All right, but I enjoyed this video, man. I hope y'all did. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's your boy, Coach TDOT. I'm up out of here. I love y'all.